So a week and a half ago, I had 2 clients in from out of town, from New Jersey. And over the course of 2 days, we toured 15 houses. So some of the things that happened during those tours, plus my own experiences with selling my own listings, inspired me to make this video. So here's the question. Who should be at your home during a buyer tour? The answer? Only the buyer and their agent. There are 3 reasons why nobody else should be at the house when a buyer and their agent are touring it. So let's take a look. Number 1, buyers cannot be sold. Whether it's you or your agent pointing out the features that you think are special just doesn't work. The buyer may not care about them. He might hate them. They may be looking for something completely different. You have no idea what's important to that buyer. So make a flyer, list all the different features, all the upgrades that you've done, all the things that you think somebody needs to know, and just stick it out on the counter. Number 2, outside presence stifles freedom. No buyer or their agent are going to freely talk about your house, nor are they going to freely walk about your house with you or your agent there. It's just not going to happen. In fact, they may even avoid parts of the house if you are there. They certainly aren't going to linger in certain parts of the house. About 2 months ago, I was showing a house to a client. The guy and his wife were at their house. She was in the kitchen making dinner. Literally, we walked in and she's running around from the counter to the pantry to the stove and back. We literally didn't even walk into the kitchen. One of the single most important parts of the house for any buyer, we didn't even go into because they were in that. It was ridiculous. If you and your agent are not there, your buyer, your potential buyer, has the freedom to talk to their agent about what they love, what they don't love, where you can go into certain parts of the house, whatever they want to do. They're not going to do that if you or your agent are there. Number 3, it shortens the tour. Having somebody there makes visitors feel like they're imposing. And that's an awkward feeling to have. The reality is that when a buyer comes into the home, they know it's a home, but to them it's a house. It's a retail product. Somebody else there reminds them it's actually a home and it's somebody else's, and they're going to not take as much time as they otherwise would. And the reality is, you as a seller, you want them to take time, right? You want to give them all the time they need to imagine that that house could potentially be their new home. Now, there is a potential objection to this. What about our stuff? What about privacy? What about safety? What about the security of our things? Well, the first thing is if you or your agent are there because of those concerns, the buyer's going to sniff that out. If you're like, what are you touching over there? Are you taking something? How incredibly awkward is that going to be? And secondly, if there are things of value that you're concerned about, get them out of the house. You have a retail product for sale. If there's anything that's important to you, make sure that it's removed before any buyer comes through. Certainly don't expect somebody to stand there making sure that they're not touching or stealing your precious things. If they're precious, get them out. Now, if you'd like to talk to me further, I have a very specific system that I use that includes 9 different strategies for selling a house. You can call me. My number is 949-413-2371. You can email me, michael@hausamgroup.com, or if you're watching this on YouTube, right here, above me, there's a little eye that's been sitting up there the whole time. If you click on that, that will take you to a site where we can set up a free consultation where I can show you my marketing strategies. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.